Hi, this is Linsdau, Polar Explorer and Motivational Speaker. Today we are here at Mission Bay in San Diego, and I'm going to take you on a little tour and tell you about it. Welcome to Mission Bay. This is the crown jewel of San Diego. It's a major aquatic center in the city. This isn't the regular harbor of San Diego, but instead it's one of those multi-use huge bay areas that has half the bay dedicated to sailing and rowing and the other half to power sports. It's actually very unique in that most bays mix up the power and the sailing, but here one side of this huge bay behind me here is dedicated only to non-powered rowboats, sailboats, stand-up paddle boarders, windsurfing, just about anything you can imagine. So it makes it really fun. I'm actually standing here at Mission Bay Aquatic Center beside me. When I was in college going to San Diego State University, they actually had classes through the Mission Bay Aquatic Center, or MBAC, for teaching windsurfing, sailing, big sailing, let's see, what do we have? Surfing. Oh geez, I can't even remember. I'm looking at all the boats trying to remember here. We even actually got to sail on 25-foot regular boats, if you will, and I got to learn a little bit more about sailing larger craft, and that actually enabled me to buy my own boat sometime, probably 20 years ago, and I was able to sail it around San Diego, Oceanside, and down to Mexico. What an experience. And this is exactly the place where I learned all those techniques. One of the unique things here is the conditions are very mild. There aren't any waves in the water. You can see it's extremely flat. So it's easy, and I would say safe, to learn all your water sports. If you love to get out and jet ski or powerboat, the east side of the bay is the place you want to go. Several of the hotels near the Hilton, they actually rent various wave runners and jet skis, so you can now get out there and, I don't remember if it's clockwise or counterclockwise, but you can get out there and really power up your boat or your craft and zoom along. It's a really fun experience. During parts of the year, I don't know if they still do it, but the city will put on hydrofoil races, and those are those double pontoon boats that scream along at, like, I don't know, 100, 150, 200 miles an hour. And when they go really wrong, they don't just go bounce, they go boom! They fly in the air and then bad things happen. But yeah, Mission Bay is quite spectacular. It's surrounded by several parks on spits of land like Crown Point. Crown Point's actually a super popular place for people to go have picnics almost any time of the year, because San Diego weather tends to be super good. Right now, it's probably like 68 degrees. So for San Diegans, that's really chilly. Trust me, folks, it's not. When you live in a place that's minus 35, 68 degree weather is t-shirt weather! That's right. So, if you come from any other of the, oh hey, there's a mad seagull trying to overwhelm me here. Wait, let's check him out. Let's see if I can get him here. Oh wait. Yeah, as soon as I get him on the camera, he goes all quiet. So watch this. I'll go back on camera. Let's see, let's tilt this back up. And we're gonna see if the seagull starts squawking me again. Yeah, so anyway, Crown Point is one of the major locations. This huge grass area. I mean, rollerblading around here. You can have major events. I mean, if you've got a big old event, you've got to get a permit and whatnot from the city, but it's not that big a deal. So Crown Point's a great location. There's actually a camping location for people to actually stay. I think it's an RV deal, so you want to check online to see what the whole current status of that is. I've actually never used it, but what I have used is a place called Fiesta Island, and that's one of the smaller islands in Mission Bay that you can access by car. And man, the event space there is huge. During the summer, they have what's called the Over the Line tournament. Oh, the Over the Line tournament, woo boy, that thing is super exciting. Now, mind you, it is not really for children. The names of the teams are, shall we say, adult-esque. People do different things there. And now that, of course, that cannabis is legal in California, I don't even know what that place is like. So it's pretty crazy. Just go to Google or look on YouTube, check out the Over the Line tournament and see what it's like. Most of the stuff's pretty straight up, but just a heads up, it could be a little bit wild. But Boy Scout groups, other youth groups, you can camp on Fiesta Island. They have fire rings, so you can burn wood there and have a classic beach experience. Now that's the interesting thing here, that in all of Mission Bay, there's no real waves at all. But where I am at Mission Bay Aquatic Center off Santa Clara Place, you just walk like, I don't know, 10 minutes and you're at the beach. So like at the Aquatic Center here, you can rent surfboards, take surf classes, head out to the beach and totally learn to surf. I mean, this is a great place to do it because the waves at Mission Beach, where Mission Bay is, yeah, I know, Mission, it's a thing here, is Mission Beach waves tend to be pretty mute, so it's a pretty easy place to surf. Oh, here goes a seagull. Oh. That seagull, he's not giving up. The moment I put the camera in him, he like goes mute. That's the first time a seagull ever quieted down. But Mission Beach, interestingly, long stretches of Mission Beach actually aren't surfed very much because a lot of times the parking access is really tough. Now there's a boardwalk all along Mission Beach, so you can actually access the whole thing by foot, by bike, by roller skate, rollerblade. I don't know what else they use, the little scooter deals, the rental bikes, and those electric scooters are real popular right now. I've seen a pile of them around here, so that's something to consider too, though. That gives you an option to really get around. If you're a hardcore rollerblader, skater, or bicyclist, you can ride around Mission Bay, and I think it was something like 6-7 miles. It was pretty far. If you ride your bike, it's not that big a deal, but if you rollerblade or roller skate around Mission Bay, man, it is a long way around. Now, excuse me, the nice part about Mission Bay is in the center of the bay, there's a couple bridges and roads, so if you're going along like, man, this is too far, you can actually cut half the trip off, bail back out. Mission Bay is also the home to San Diego's SeaWorld. It's one of the most popular aquatic parks in the world, so that's totally visible. There's a rising tower and rides and all sort of aquatic animal exhibits and experiences. So you start to get the feel here. Mission Bay is really an incredible place. Also, yeah, I'll show you some video clips here, but Mission Bay is also part of Mission Beach, and then there's the Mission Beach Fun Center. Oh, the roller coaster, oh, it's called Belmont Park. Yeah, Belmont Park, if you like to go out for, and mind you, this is not Six Flags, Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Kings Island, okay. Calm down, people. This is a small, old school wooden roller coaster. They have not quite carny rides, but one step up from there. But the Giant Dipper, as it's called, that's an old school throwback roller coaster. So if you come to the city and you want a roller coaster experience, either SeaWorld or the Giant Dipper at Belmont Park is really a good way to go. There are lots of neat t-shirt and gift shops, and if you end up totally like, pooh, I totally forgot my swimsuit and I came to Mission Beach in San Diego, no, they can solve that for you because they sell everything. Noodles, surfboards, boogie boards, snorkels, fins, every type of swimsuit from full covering to, whoa, hey, watch out where you wear that thing. Yeah, so all sorts of options. Also, along the boardwalk, there are plenty of places to eat. One of the most unique and listed places is it's called the Green Flash. Now, if you've ever been on the West Coast and you've watched the sunset, maybe you look out there, I'm looking at the sunset here, and you might see, if you just time it just right, when the sun goes down, and just as it disappears, you will see, shook, shook. In a few seconds, the green flash will happen. Totally awesome. Now, it is not as impressive as a total eclipse. That is a whole other ball of wax or whole other solar event. But the green flash, it's so unique. And one of the challenges is when you're looking at the sun, you're staring at that, your eyes get a little bit dazzled. So if you're really looking for the green flash, like here's the sun, you want to stare just off the edge, and just as the sun winks out, quick look over, and you might just see it. Yes, the green flash is real. Google, YouTube around. It is not an optical effect. It's not Photoshop or After Effects. It's a legit deal. So there's an actual bar and eat place called the Green Flash dedicated to it. And anytime there's a sunset and the green flash happens, people woo! They whoop and cheer. Really, really cool. The Mission Beach Boardwalk runs from South Mission Beach all the way up to Crystal Pier and Pacific Beach. So it's a 2.5 mile boardwalk, meaning concrete. And you gotta know, it's not like some old school rumbly boardwalk. There's room for bicycles, skateboarders, rollerbladers, walkers, bikers, people with I don't know, strollers, just about everything. That boardwalk's got everything. So Mission Beach is incredible. The whole Mission Bay area in San Diego is just a wonderful place to visit. One of the challenges is, though, that when you come here, if you fly in via the airport, you pretty much got to rent a car. Or, use Uber or Lyft or another ride-sharing app. That's one way to go, or if you want to get a taxi. Because even though there technically is public transport service via bus, it really takes a long time to get here. It is a problem. But with the new ride-sharing apps on your smartphone, it gives you the opportunity to get here pretty quick. The Bay is big enough, you probably won't just walk around the whole thing. I mean, you'll spend, see, if you walk 2.5 miles an hour and it's 7 miles around, do the math. Ching, right. It's huge. But if you pick a particular spot and go out, man, you can make a total great day of it. Local secret here, if you get, during the summer, you get here past about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Oh, helicopter. If you get here past 10:30 or 11 o'clock, you're gonna have a challenge finding parking. It is tough. But the local secret, if you can get up in the morning, get to the parking spaces like at 9 a.m., get out and make a full day of it. Generally, unless it's an event day, you will have no problem finding parking. So Mission Bay, if you come to San Diego, if you see nothing else, Mission Bay, you cannot go wrong with this place. My name is Aaron Linsdau. Please like and comment on this video and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy the world beyond experience, the world beyond your doorstep, and the world beyond your city limits. Thank you very much.